Hello and welcome. It's Jackie Lawrence here at Jackie's Stampin' Dreams craft room. Yeah, I'm here in the GIST Global Inspiration Stampin' Team group. Unfortunately, I'm not going live today. I am away visiting my daughter up north in Leeds, along with my son and husband. So I'll be checking everyone's videos once I get home, but I just wanted to join the amazing group today, showcasing a lovely suite that's in the new mini catalogue. So anyway, if you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel, and also do all the other fabulous demonstrators in this group as well. We do appreciate you following us on our YouTube videos. Anyway, I'm going to put you down onto the desk and we can get crafting. Okay, so if you didn't already know, we have the new mini catalogue, and this is replacing the normal annual catalogue. So instead of having an annual catalogue and 2 minis, we're now having 3 minis. So this one is going to go from May through to August, and it's got some beautiful stamps, products and everything in here. So I'm going to turn you to page 27, and we are going to look at the Scenic Coast. Now I'm just checking that I'm live in my group. That's it. So yes, so Scenic Coast. Now in March, I joined about a couple of thousand other European demonstrators, and we also had some from the US and Australia as well, and on stage, and that's where we get to see a sneak preview of all the new things in the new catalogue. And during the couple of days that we're there, we are given a badge number, and when your number is called out, you win a freebie, and this is called Prize Patrol. And I was so lucky to receive this gorgeous pack of designer series papers, absolutely gorgeous. And where the sun hits the water, it shimmers. I don't think the camera does this justice, but they are absolutely gorgeous, beautiful vibrant colours. And they're just so lovely, and they can be used for so many different things, you know, different scenes. They would stand alone with just a sentiment on there as well. So they're the pretty patterned papers, but if they're not to your taste, we also have these ones, and these would look really nice if you did like the tear technique, so you had the beach and the sea, you know, and then die cut it with a circle. You can do so much things with these papers. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I love these ones where you've got a little bit of the white specks on there. So they're the papers, and oh, let's move that as well. And also in this suite, obviously you can buy them all separate. You can save money by buying a bundle, which is the stamps and the dies. But we also have, let's just bring this over. We have some beautiful sequins, really pretty, with a nice shimmer there. And then we also have the dies. Now the dies are really what drew me to this this suite. Absolutely stunning. These beautiful lighthouse, we've got the boat, we've got this like sort of sunset or sunrise design, and then we've got a net, we've got some birds and cloud and shells, etc. So they're really lovely. Now these are the stamps, but I can't find the sheet of paper that has everything on there, so I'm going to go to page 40 in my catalogue, and hopefully they're going to have a better view. So if I just bring that up, so you've got a bridge, made out of rocks, and then you've got sort of the different ones to make a sunset or sunrise, and then we've got sentiments and the boat. But I just don't know what I've done with that piece of paper. I've been over to Sandra's yesterday because we're playing in a show, and it might have got caught up in there. So anyway, this is the card that I'm going to show you how to make, and it's a gatefold card, and this showcases how the boat can be snipped away, and then you've got the die cut of the birds, and then inside we've got some stamping there as well. Okay, so I'll put that to one side. Now, what did I do with my scribbles with all the measurements on? Right, bear with. Oh, there you go. So if you want to take a screenshot here, there are the measurements I'm going to be using. As always, we do a PDF with all the measurements and the links to the YouTube videos for all our customers that purchase with us over the weekend. And this is just a thank you, you know, for supporting us and enjoying what we do. Okay, so let's get started. Now I'm going to do a bit of a different colourway. I'm going to use this lovely paper here, and as you can see, it's got more of the pink tones. Okay, right, so we need to get our base card. Now, how did I do that? I think I'm going to use a balmy blue. So I've got a piece of A4 paper. I'm just going to put that to one side and bring in my paper trimmer. And I want to cut this in half lengthways, and that will be at 10.5 centimetres. And then we need to do the scoring. So we need to score at 7.5 centimetres. Turn the card round and score again at 7.5. Oops. There we go. And then hopefully when you bend those together, they meet in the middle, like so. So we're going to do all the cutting of the card. So our next layer is going to be strawberry slush. I'm just going to move that for one moment because that's getting in the way. So our first matte layer is going to be 7 by 10, and we need 2 of these. So I'm going to do it at 10. Oops. Need to cut the card and not score it. And then I'm going to cut 2 panels at 7. So if you're working in centimetres, you're just going down by half, you know, like 5 centimetres. So just make sure that's 7. And then we need some white card. Yes, white card. So I'm just getting some basic white. And that will be 6.5. And we need to cut that at 9.5. Oops. I know my trimmer needs a good clean. That's that. And then with the designer series paper, we need to cut 2 panels, and they're going to be 6 by 9. So I'm going to do 6. actually, I'm going to cut that at, how should we do that? Cut that at 9. Where's that going to bring us? I think what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to trim this down a bit. It's up to you what you want to do. I'm going to trim a little bit off. And then I'm going to do 9 this way. And they can be used on another project. So I've got to do those at now 6. If you wanted to, you could also cut your paper so that you've got the sunset in a different place. So, you know, that they will go together. So that would be on one side and that would be on the other. So that's that. And then we need to do another piece of basic white for the insert. And I'm going to do that at 14.4. And we need to do that at 10. No. Oh, no. Where are we? Mat 2, 9.5. That should have been 9.5 for my white layer. And that should be 13.9. So that's the insert. And then we also need to do another layer. And I'm going to do that again in strawberry slush. So this one will be 14.4 by 10. Where's my 10? That's it. And then we'll do the sentiment later on. So let's just gather all my bits of card. So they can go there. We can bring that back there. And then we've got all our bits of cards there. So we need the insert because we're going to do some stamping and then I'll do the die cutting. So I'm just going to bring that over. So I'm going to do these. Oh, actually, I need my Secret Sea colour. So I'm just going to put that up like so. So I'm going to get my Balmy Blue ink. And I'm just going to tap some ink on there. And then just go down. Like so. Then I'm going to bring in the strawberry slush. And we've got this other sort of stamp. And that can go in. You can stamp that in between. Or you can stamp it in the sky. If you're doing like a skyscape, it's really up to you. And then you're just sort of going in between. Just giving that bit of sky reflection on the water. And then I'm going in with Secret Sea and I'm just going to stamp the small boat. On top. Okay. So there is your stamped image there. So I put that to one side. I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine and we're going to do some die cutting. So I'm going to use the boat. Oops. The birds, and I'm going to try cutting the netting and see what that looks like. I may not use it, but we shall see. So for the boat, I am going to use some Secret Sea. I'm just going to cut that down. Oops. Okay. And I'm going to run this through the machine. Sounds like it needs oiling. And then when you cut that out, whoops, it gives you that image. So what you can do is, if you've got like a layer, you can just put it wherever you want, and then you can cut it. And then you also get these little bits here, which you can then push those out and put on your design as well. So I'm just going to use my Take Your Pick tool. I can move that to one side. And then you just need to take out these little bits here. Okay. So there's not too many that need to come out. So that's our ship. And I will show you some samples that I've done as well. And if you need a little bit of inspiration, you can also copy from the catalogue. So we just need to snip this apart. Like so. So there's our ship. Then we can go back in with the die cutting machine with the birds. So just using the leftover. I don't think I put a measurement on that, but if you've got the die, you can just cut to the size of the die. That's no problem. So we have our 3 birds. Now it's funny because quite often when I cut this die, I've always got a bird missing, and I don't know why. It always seems that one of the birds seems to fly off. And then I'm going to just cut the netting with crumb cake. As I say, I might not use it, but you know, when you sort of think, oh, I wonder if that will work. So cut that out. Put that to one side, and then I should have cut this out earlier actually, because I've got all the bits now. So I'm just going to try and get all these bits off to the side. Yeah, this wasn't a very good idea. I think that needs to be run through again. I might snip some bits off. It needs to have gone through a couple of times, but you can see the effect there. But I might still use that. We shall see. And I think that's it for the die cutting. Just to show you, that is what the lighthouse looks like. Again, it will be in a circle, but I was going to layer this up on the card to see, you know, how that looks as well. So I'm going to put that to one side. So we can start building up our card. So just take those off. Put that to one side. And then I just need to get my glue. So we need to glue our layers down. So you should just have a small border all around your different bits of card. I'm hoping the glue is going to come out. And then we're just gluing that on. And then our white piece of card. If you wanted to, you could cut something out of here. Because you're layering up, that's being covered. You know, if you wanted to punch a shape or do a die cut or something, you can do that. So you're not wasting card. And that's that one. And then we're just putting some glue on this one. Like so. Although this is a recorded video, please do write a comment, or if you've got any questions, I will come back to you when I'm back from my trip away, because I do like to read comments. And also, if you have got this set, or you know, you wanted to do a card similar, then please again put them in the post, as I would like to see it. And we're here to inspire each other, aren't we? So that's our card there, our paper. Although it does look a bit on the wonk. Never mind, but that is the card there. Then we need to glue in here. So we're just putting our layers down. And then we can put that one there. Now, do I want to put another sentiment? I was going to do happy anniversary. I'll just read out what else we've got. We've got the adventure continues. That would be a good one. Oh, you brighten my day. We've got happy retirement, happy anniversary. What was the other one? I hope it finds you happy. Wishing you a lifetime of joy. Oh, that would be a good one. Where this note finds you. And we've got the sun, and I say the boats as well. Now, shall we put wishing you a lifetime of joy, as I'm going anniversary. This is where it's going to go all wrong now, because I've stuck my actually I might need to bring in what did I do with that? I'm going to bring this in. And I haven't stuck it down, that's good. So what colour should we do this? Should we do this in pink? So this is the Stampin' Positioner. So you get 2 plates. So you get this small plate, which I'm just using like so. Let's go down. Oh, I should have used my magnetic bit. Right, am I going to line that up? Doesn't matter, because I can go on the other side. Right. I might have to do it on the other side. No, that's okay. That's okay. So the moral of the story is you bring in your magnetic plate and you use that. Okay, I was trying to be clever. So this is the other plate you've got, and this one fits on like so. You've got your magnets. Your paper goes in these little notches up here, and then this plate fits onto your pegs and you move it along. I was trying to be clever and it didn't work, but I'm okay with that. That's fine. Okay. This is what happens when you suddenly have thoughts of doing something completely different to what you'd done on the original. So that can go on there. Okay. And then that folds in like that. So now we can do our boat. Now I've raised that on some dimensionals, so I'm just going to bring in my dimensionals. I think they're going to be a bit too big. Have I got my smaller ones? Oh, there you go. I thought I'd got them out. So on the back of the boat, put that down. And then I'm going to cut the edges. So don't get rid of these edges because they're always handy. Always handy for little strips. So that can go on there. Will that go on there? Take that bit off. Bring back the snips. You could use the black dimensionals as well on this because it's like a dark card. Will that go like that? That's it. Oops. Doesn't want to come off. And I just love my Take Your Pick tool. So that can go on the front like so. Like that. Now, what did I do with that? So with the lighthouse, let's just see what that looks like. You could actually, you might even use it. Let's have a look. I'm just getting some little bits of the card out. That's it. Okay. So that's the boat. So you could actually have the lighthouse going like that. I think I would need to sort of cut it better, but it gives you the general effect that you could, this would work well with the lighthouse as well. So, yeah. Oh, mind you, that could be sort of jutting out on a rock. So, yeah, that would work. So either, whatever, you know, you fancy doing, perhaps somebody could do that in, you know, and post it. So we're just going to put some birds flying. So I'll bring back my original. And again, you can have these wherever you like. Like so. Should be using my tweezers, then I won't get sort of gluey hands. Right, let's put that one up there. Okay, so now we just need to do the sentiment. I'm going to bring this back. Actually, I might use that. I'm going to do it the proper way, then I can show you. So we need to have a little strip of basic white. That's a happy anniversary. Will that fit on there actually? Yeah, that's the same size, so that's fine. So bring that down. So your Stampin' Up logo on both of the plates have got to be the right way round. And then you have them at the bottom. Now I'm just laying that down, and then what I tend to do is I line the bottom of the stamp with the grid on here. Okay, and then I get my piece of paper. Is that going to be long enough? Right, let's stamp that down. Actually, I might use a bigger bit. There you go. And hold the magnet down. You can get the magnets, extra magnets. I've ordered some, but if you've got the Stamparatus, you can also use the magnets from there. Now, what colour shall I do? Let's do this in Secret C. And then you can use your grid to line up. And what I love about the positioner is that you can move this around. If you're not happy, you don't commit until you're ready. Okay, so I'm going down. And you just press down. I thought I wasn't going to like this, and I did feel guilty that I actually bought it, because I do like my Stamparatus, but I think there is room for both. Just bring my card back. And hopefully I can eyeball this. And I haven't cut it straight. Right, like this. Absolutely butchering. Oh dear. This is what comes for doing live videos. There you go. I don't think that's going to work. I don't know. I think it was just me trying to cut. It's me cutting. Let's just come down a bit. That's better. I really need my little guillotine. That would probably be better. But bear with. It's fine. And then I'm just going to just trim that off a bit. Oh, actually, what I might do it a bit different. Oh, come get this off. Is I'm going to flag it. I'm going to get my scissors and do a flag. I mean, obviously, you can take more time and do a better job than what I'm doing. There you go. So I've just flagged it. So how would that look? That needs to be cut. No, I think that's going to be too long to flag it. Let's trim that. And then I should have a little piece of pink. And I'm just going to make sure that that's 7.5. There you go. And then I'm going to glue that on to there. like so. Actually, I'm going to trim that. I'm really not doing very well with this sentiment, am I? I think what I suggest you do is just whatever you want to do with the sentiment. Okay. So that's like that. And what I was thinking was put in a little bit of the netting. I think I might cut that. Oops. See, what I was thinking is having a little bit of the netting. Oops, sorry, you're off camera. Like so, just showing, just to give a little bit of texture. Let's get that on there. And then that can go on there. So you could have a little bit underneath as well. So I'm just going to raise this one with the dimensionals and take those off. That can go on like so. And then we can just finish off with some of the sequins. So just again using my take your pick tool, and you can just have them wherever you fancy. So what shall I put this one? I can put that on there. There you go. So that is the card finished there. That was my original one. So let me know, which colourway do you prefer? Do you prefer the pinky or the orange? Put in the comments. I just want to edit my video because I suddenly realised it didn't show you any of my samples, and I do feel that the samples should be seen. I just want to show you how much I love this set. So we're just going to start off with two little cards. These were copies or encased off of the board that was showcasing this on stage. So we've got the lovely sunburst die, which has been used on the papers, and we've got the positive and the negative. Then this one is a box stepper card. Okay. And then you can put your sentiment on the back there. Then I've got this one. This one was cased from the catalogue, as was this one. So always use the catalogue as a inspiration. Okay. Then this one, I'm not sure the name of this. I've used the party banner dies, and then I've done strips. So I've used two pieces of paper, and then the alternate strips have been raised. Okay. And then lastly, this one here, I've started the card, and I've used my blending brushes to blend the different coloured inks to make like a sort of similar skyline to what is on the papers. And then I've just got to finish off with a sentiment. This embossing folder is on or was on last chance in the UK. I think it's called Waves, but I could be wrong on that one. But anyway, I just wanted to show you, and I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope I've given you some inspiration. If you'd like to seek out the demonstrator that invited you to this group, then with any questions, or place an order and you will be sent the PDF with all the links and photographs and measurements. Okay. Other thing is, if you'd like to join the Stampin' Up family, there is a new promotion for the rest of the month. You can get your hands on the 5 new ink colours with the new ink pads, and that's one version, or you can get extra free products in part of your, you choose in your starter kit. Obviously each market have got their different currency. Okay, so that is something to bear in mind. Again, thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and don't forget to put a comment in the comments, or post a picture of your finished cards, as we all like to get inspiration and see what you've done. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Take care, and I'll craft with you again soon. Bye.